All right, here is the first pickup of the week. We got Super Monkey Ball Deluxe for the Xbox. Picked it up at a thrift store for $2.20. It comes, oh, that's rough. Comes complete. The disc is in pretty decent shape. I didn't even know this was on the Xbox. Should be a pretty good pickup. I think it's around $15 game maybe. So I will look to trade it or flip it locally and use that money to purchase other games. Tune in next time. Recently I picked up this Nintendo Switch with 4 games. You can see Super Mario Party, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It also had Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. But I sold those for $45 each. So I got $90 for those. I paid $300 for the whole lot. So right now I have $210 in the Switch and 2 games. I've seen Chase After the Right Price, Retro Rick, Phoenix Resale, Collector's Luck trade their Switches for retro games. So I've done that occasionally, and it's brought me some mixed results. Sometimes you get something good. One trade I did, I got a GameCube collection, a GameCube with the box, with Chibi Robo, a bunch of Mario games and Zelda games, so that I added straight to my collection. But this time I found this for trade. It looks to be a bunch of loose GameCube games with some Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Advance SP as well. There's some decent value there. I see Eternal Darkness, Mario Kart, Time Splitters, and then in the Game Boy section I see Drill Dozer and Ruby. I'm gonna make sure I check them to see that they're authentic, but you know, overall it seems like to be a $500-ish value. I'll get to play Eternal Darkness before I sell it because I want to kind of get it complete in box. And then he's also throwing in Chrono Trigger for the DS and The World Ends With You for the DS, which are both pretty expensive in terms of DS games. So let's see if we can actually work out this trade, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, I just came back from the trade for the Nintendo Switch, and I want to show you everything kind of close up. So the first lot we're going to go through is the Game Boy lot. So here are the games I didn't look up. I didn't really do any research into because I kind of figured they might not have any value. So we have Lilo and Stitch, Herbie Fully Loaded, The Wild, Flintstones, a Barbie game, Rocket Power, Wolverine's Revenge, Nicktoons game, Cars game, and I'm not sure what that other one is. And then, so this stuff, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it. I'll probably bundle it up for cheap and sell it locally. And then we have the Game Boy. I was really sad to see how beat up it is. I mean, it's pretty destroyed. Some discoloration too. But, I mean, it is the backlit version and it does work. Just have to give it a good charge. So I'm probably gonna sell it like for parts type of thing. Haven't really decided what I'm gonna do with it yet, to be honest though, so we'll see. Maybe I'll choose to lot it up with some of these games if I find that none of them really have any value. But, so the next part is what I was kind of excited about, are these games with the value. There's this R4. There was no USB disc, or not disc, a little SanDisk. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I already own one, so we'll see. Drill Dozer was a big surprise. When I saw it, I remember watching someone's YouTube video and they had a sealed copy of it and it was like one of their favorite possessions. This is like $60 alone, which is pretty crazy. I'm gonna try to clean off that label, but yeah, very surprised to see the value on that. Crash, I'm not sure if that has value, but I'm excited to play that. Danny Phantom, my friend says this was surprisingly one of his favorite games. I'm gonna give that a run too. And then of course Mario, Ruby, Zelda 4 Swords, and the classic NES series Super Mario Bros. I know these all have value, so I'll either, I don't really think I'm going to keep any other than the Danny Phantom game. So that stuff I'll put up for trade or sale, try to get some of my money back. And then the GameCube games, this is where I really wanted to do the trade. He has a few games that are worth something pretty decent. Of course Mario Kart right there. All the discs seem to be in pretty decent shape too. Not sure about the value on that one, but Metroid has a decent bag. Nothing too crazy, but Eternal Darkness, that was the main game that caught my eye. I'm probably going to play it before trying to sell it off because it doesn't have the case or anything, but I'm excited to give that a test run. Time Splitters, I know this game is like a $40 game, which is pretty crazy. And then I think that's it, other than this Dragon Ball Z Budokai game. And then for this one, we have Soul Calibur to kind of start things off. I'm not sure if there was anything too crazy in here. There's a Star Fox game, King Kong. I know Bloody Roar has like a $30 price tag. I don't even know what that game is. I might give it a quick test run. I know one of the Mortal Kombat games have a decent tag as well as the Burnout games. Maybe a quick $15. And then Resident Evil. So those were the main trade pieces. I think all the value for those ended up coming about to like $350. And I only had about $210 into the Switch, but he did throw in 3DS games, and I think that's what kind of sweetened the deal. So Dragon Quest IX, I know this game complete is around, I think 40, 50. I'm probably not gonna be able to open this with one hand, but yeah, I know Dragon Quest for the DS is always a good thing to find. The World Ends With You. Actually I didn't even mention Dragon Quest is a double for me, so I'm probably gonna sell it or trade it. The World Ends With You, never heard of it. I really like the art style. I'm probably going to play this before I end up selling it or trading it. It looks cool, and I might keep it if I find it. It's one of my favorite games. And then the last one is Chrono Trigger for the DS. I know this one complete is like a $50 game. So I'm definitely gonna play this. I don't know if I'm gonna trade or sell it, but I'm definitely keeping it. So I think all in all, the value comes about like 450, 500 range. Maybe I'll calculate it all and I'll put it right here for you. But yeah, overall, very happy with the trade. Get to add a few things to my collection, and then the rest sell locally or kind of trade it off. So until next time. Just got back to the house from the thrift store for maybe the past 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty rough. I haven't really found anything since that huge collection haul, but today definitely did treat me well, as you probably saw at the start of this little entry. I just want to kind of kick things off with this. It's not really a video game find, but as you may have noticed the last video, I do kind of have a love for Pokemon. And I never really watched the Orange Island series, so it's pretty cool to be able to watch this. I'll probably end up popping it up on my PlayStation 2 and checking it out this weekend. Kind of chill down and relax. So we found one PlayStation game, which is Tekken 2. I do want to know everything here that I purchased was unmarked, so it was $2 each as like a DVD or CD. So Tekken 2 came complete with the manual, of course. The disc wasn't really perfect, but I mean, this is definitely still playable, and I should be able to trade or sell that pretty easily. And then, surprise again, 3 Dreamcast games. I promise you this does not happen often, so it's kind of crazy that they're in back-to-back videos, but we have Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. I'm probably going to end up playing this before trying to trade it or sell it. The discs weren't that beat up. I mean, they're in pretty decent condition. Just kind of have to wipe them down a little bit. And then Dead or Alive 2 for the Dreamcast as well. I actually don't know anything about this game, so I'm definitely gonna run it and test it out. And then NFL Blitz 2000. I was surprised to see the value in this game. I think for the Dreamcast, it's like a $15 game, which is pretty crazy considering it's a sports game, but I'm a big fan of football. I'll probably just give it a quick test run and go from there. And then I was so happy to see this, Dark Cloud 2. My girlfriend introduced me to this series. She played Dark Cloud 1 growing up. And then I saw this game was for some reason way more expensive compared to Dark Cloud 1. but it does come with the manual. The only problem with this pickup is the disc is pretty beat up. Let me see if I can get it on camera. You can probably see that big scratch at the top there, but just, it has a lot of like big surface level scratches. Yeah, you can see it perfectly right there. So I'm hoping it'll work, and I'm hoping it'll, I mean, worst case scenario, I can resurface it. So, I mean, for $2, I think it's a good pickup. I might have to do some work on that, but I know it's like a $30 game, so that works for me. Just got back from the thrift store, and these were my 2 finds. They had a lot of games today, but none of them were really worth noting or were too beat up. So I just picked up Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. I have 2 other Ratchet & Clank games as well, so I will probably pair them with this one and sell them as a bundle. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I found this Game Boy. I took off the sticker because I was excited and wanted to post it, but as you can see, the shape isn't too bad. It is a little bit scratched up on the top, but it does have the barcode still. And I mean, the screen and everything looked pretty decent. It's really not too beat up. And I couldn't test it because it was dead and didn't load up that time, but this time it worked. I will probably list it for pretty cheap and note that it might have some issues. From the trade, the Switch trade, I do have some games that I'm probably going to pair it with as well. That way it'll help it sell. But for $15, as you can see right here, I kind of crumpled it up. $15 wasn't a bad investment. I've sold them for parts for like $30, so I knew no matter what I can kind of get a decent amount for it. So yeah, those are my 2 finds, and on to the next thrift day. Last night I was scrolling on OfferUp. There are so many Xbox One X or Series X and PS5 posts that I didn't think I'd find anything, to be honest with you. But I found this. It is a Jungle Green Nintendo 64 with some games for $300. And so I kind of inspected it a little bit, and I had a feeling, I mean, there's, as you can see, there's one fake game, the Super Mario Bros. 64. But there's also Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It looked weird. So to be safe, I offered $200 at first and then went from there. Met up with her, found out that 4 games were fake, but I offered $180 and she took it. Still a pretty great deal for everything. So let me go ahead and review it for you. So starting off, we got the Jungle Green 64 controller. All the 3 controllers are all Nintendo branded too. And the sticks are not bad. This one, really great condition, in my opinion. I'm not a stick expert, but I think it's pretty good. The Atomic Purple one, this stick is a little loose, so that was sad, but I mean, it works out. I don't really mind too much, and I'm sure I could flip it for a good amount still. We have the Ice Blue. Pretty nice stick. Really happy with that one. I will probably end up keeping the blue and green controller, and then the Atomic Purple one I'll probably sell. And then here we go. The whole reason why I want to do this is for the N64. I have the grape one and the Pikachu 64, so what I might just need 4 more. The charcoal, the watermelon, the blue, and I can't think of the other one, but I'll be hunting for those for sure. And then just straight into the games. These are the 4 reproductions. Mario Party, Mario Kart, which is unfortunate, Ocarina of Time, and whatever that is. So I will probably put these up on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp and say that they're reproductions and ask for 15 each. So, I mean, not for this one. I'm probably just gonna throw this away. But hopefully I can get around 45 on that, and then 25 on the controller, the Atomic Purple one. So it's about 70. So for the authentic copies, Super Mario 64, this one is authentic. Someone actually should be picking this up today for 30. So hopefully that will net me some good money. I think that's already like 120 range. And then Mario Tennis, that should be another 20. So hopefully that'll get me to 140. And then we have these 2 games. I'll probably put them up for 5 each. So hopefully for around everything I'm selling off for the games, Atomic Purple controller, I'll get around 140. So for the Jungle Green 64, the controller, and then the Ice Blue controller, if I have about $40 into all of that together, I think that's a win. So yeah, see you guys next time.